Hello and welcome to the Alabama Shakespeare Festival Costume Shop. My name is Ryan Sozy and I'm the Director of Costume Production. You are here in our costume shop at the Alabama Shakespeare Festival today. We'll be speaking to you today about the process of design and how we did this for the Murder on Orient Express. So how we start is we receive renderings from a designer that I will go through, and I'll work with our team to determine what we're going to build, what we're going to purchase, and what we're going to pull for this production. Once we've gone through all that, we'll have separate meetings with the designer and with the different teams to discuss how these builds will go about and what we're looking at. Once those discussions happen, I then receive information such as things to purchase. So things such as fabrics, as you can see over here, we either pool them, we purchase them, and we use these to make our different garments. We also do what we call mock-ups. So before we go into all these really pretty fabrics you see, we start with something a little bit less extravagant and less festive, as some of our designers would like to use that word. We start off with what we call is a flat pattern. These are pattern pieces that match to the rendering. This is a two-dimensional pattern piece that will become a three-dimensional garment that we will make based off of the renderings and the measurements I've received from the performers. Once we get those in, we build mock-ups with those fabrics, like I said, that are not the actual fabrics. We then have a fitting with our different performers who come in and these different garments, and we take notes, and you'll see things with pins in them, you'll see things with markings written on them, and they're all notations for us so we know what's happening and how we need to adjust this garment to fit them better. Once we do that, you can see here, this is a finalized garment where we have just finishing touches left in the actual fabric. We then move everything into fabric, into the exact notations that we've made. Once those notations are made and this is all done and we get finishing touches on this, it then travels and leaves me from the shop up here and goes to our downstairs group. Our downstairs group is our wardrobe team, and they take care of the run of the show. They take care of the maintenance of the garments throughout the run of the show, washing the garments, and making sure that everything is kept up to par and what it needs to be throughout the entire run. I also have back over here we have a wig team that lives back in this room here. As you can see in here, they spend a lot of time working on wigs for all the performers. They have their notes, their stylized things. We make sure that fronts of all wigs are tied to match hairlines and look like realistic hairlines instead of hard lines that we see in things of cosplay or any of those types of things. We really try to make it look as human and as realistic as we possibly can. So you can see them working on a few of these things throughout here in this room. Along with them, we also have a crafts department. Our crafts department lives right over here. They get to make some really cool stuff too. Currently, you can see some of the hats that we're working on. You can also see some more over here. These are all custom hats or hats that we have that we're adding different things to make them correct for the show based off of what we need. So lots of fun things you'll get to see are tricks. There are fun special effects that we have throughout this. So you'll get to see some fun costume special effects that you may not have seen before. You'll get to see lots of questions and try to figure out your own answers for the murder of who did what and when and where and why. You'll get to see lots of high energy. You'll get to see lots of crazy cool garments that you may not have ever really seen before. And it's going to be fun and exciting.